Okay, this is a Lorex Live Snap. It's got 2 cameras, and I'm interested in the voice activated function, but I'm sorely disappointed. I've had this camera, or this unit, since May, and I turned it back in because I finally couldn't stand it anymore and called Lorex, and they were quick to send out a new replacement for me. But here's the new replacement has the same problem, and I currently have my Wi-Fi back on, but it doesn't matter. I turned my Wi-Fi back off. I turned off cell phones, home phones, everything, to see if there's any interference, and I could not decipher if anything made any difference at all to turn them all off or turn any of them on. What it's doing is cycling. There's nobody upstairs in this room. The door is shut. Up here you would see a indication of any sound being recorded between the battery and the signal monitor, and there is no sound. Oh, there was 4, but that, don't know what that is because there's nobody up there. Anyhow, it just keeps cycling. It's alerting us in the middle of the night. This thing will be going off in the bedroom. Also, sometimes on channel 2, if there is a screaming child over here in this room, sorry, there's 2 cribs, it might be hard to determine, but there's a 2 in the upper corner. If there's a child screaming their head off in this room, but channel 1 is cycling, it will not let channel 2's voice activated, take over. So a kid could scream their head off and you won't hear it. Luckily we can usually be woken up in the middle of the night, but if I leave a kid napping and I go out downstairs and out in the garage and I bring the monitor with me, the monitor gets coverage out there, but I cannot hear the baby screaming their head off if one of these channels is cycling, and it is currently cycling now on channel 2. There's nobody up there either. I shut that door, and there's nothing, there's nothing in the room, and voice activation's on. It should be turning the monitor to standby, but it's not. And there is no, alright, here should be volume marks if there's actually noise going on in there that it's picking up. But it's not, and it's just staying on it, and it's voice activated. This one's not even flicking over to standby. We go over to channel 1 again. There, it had that same thing. That's not typical for the little volume meter to flick on. Okay, now here it goes into standby and then back on. It'll do this over and over, and if you go into channel 2's room, you will not be able to get the monitor to click over to number 2. It'll be stuck on number 1 and do this forever. And it kills the battery if I'm unplugged faster than it should because the display keeps coming on. So 2 things. The battery life on this unit goes way down if this cycling thing is happening, which is most of the time now on voice activated. So the voice activated really doesn't work at all. At least there's no point to it, since it does this and the other channel voice activated can't even break in. So that's it.